Here we go. Hey, welcome to the Meyers Jewelers Radio Show. And this is Jeff. Hello there. With Michael Morris.
Good to be back with you, Jeff. I know you guys were slammed for Christmas time.
We were. And you know what? The Meyers Jewelers Radio Show, we got to come up with a better name. That just is, whoops, excuse me. Somebody is calling with the name.
With an idea for the show.
Yes, an idea for the name.
Justin, we're going to call you back.
Yes, that was Justin. I'll call you back.
Listen, I think we should throw this out there. The people watching on Facebook, if they're hearing the show, go ahead and go to Meyers Jeweler. Go to the Facebook page, email. If you got a better name than the Meyers Jewelers
that's
Radio
a great
Show.
idea. Yes, a recommendation for the name for the radio show.
Well, we can't have somebody buy sponsorship. It can't be the Meyers Jeweler Radio Show brought to you by K Jewelers.
No, we probably won't go that
direction.
So
we just want the title.
Yes, that sounds good to me.
Could somebody win something if they come up with the title?
If you come up with a great title, yes, we're going to give out a $100 gift card to Meyers Jewelers.
Oh my God,
how about that?
That's a bounty right there.
Yes, but it's got to be a really good name, and if we use it, we will contact. We have a way to contact whoever would send it.
That's why if they send it through Facebook or they send it through your website or email,
$100 gift card,
and they'll get a credit on the air.
Ooh, I like all that. That's
great.
One
time, don't hog it. We're not going to do it every single week. Like brought to you by Joseph Reiner, who's a friend of mine, barely. But we should get into the topic of Christmas because we didn't get a chance to talk.
No, it's too busy to come in. So,
but how did it go?
Talk.
So you guys kick off. I know there's no Black Friday sale, but you guys were busy Black Friday and beyond. I mean, what were those hours like in the store? Were they constantly jammed?
Yes, but we were busy. Surprisingly, we were way busier Black Friday weekend than I thought we would because we usually concede all that to the big box stores. Because they promote like crazy, come to those crazy sales, whether they're real or not, who knows. But we kind of leave it to the Best Buys and all those guys. But we were really busy, which was great. And then we had our traditional, extremely busy last 8-day push. And we probably had 800 to 1,000 people a day come in our store, which is awesome.
And it's a big store, but that's a lot of people.
It's a big store, a lot of people, a lot of hours, and very well worth it. So it was great. And sold a lot of the bright crystal diamonds, which was great.
I was going to ask you, that was your first Christmas to have the bright crystal diamond,
yes.
Right? So did you have people asking for it? Or was it more, okay, so they knew about it.
Yes, they're out there now. The name, we've kind of worked to promote it.
Well, we had the radio and the TV stuff promoting it.
And it has done really well. The people are very curious. They come in and ask, I want to hear about that bright diamond you're talking about. And then we go into the whole thing and show them, and it's been successful. There's no hocus pocus to it. It's the diamond is brighter. I'd say it is probably the second brightest diamond on the market. Number one being Hearts on Fire, which we also carry. So it is a great option for somebody who doesn't want to quite get into the price point of a Hearts on Fire diamond. Then you're getting into that next level, and you can't beat it. It's a great, great value.
Well, Sean showed me, because I was in there doing some Christmas shopping, and she showed me Hearts on Fire next. It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't an either or.
Right.
But I was just curious, and when you put them together, there's not that much of a difference, but in terms of the sparkle and the shine of it.
Correct.
But it was kind of fascinating to see, like, they weren't that far away from each other.
Correct.
But Hearts on Fire has been with you for, 10 or 15 years?
About 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep. They were the very first brand, big name brand that came to us when we moved stores from our great Southern Shopping Center and West Broad Plaza store to our large freestanding Grove City store.
And you were the first to have the bridal boutique for Hearts on Fire, correct?
Yes.
Because that was even in the newspaper. It was a big deal.
Yes, that was a big deal. We were the very first one in North America, which was awesome. So we were very happy about that. And Hearts on Fire is still doing great for us. And the Bright Crystal Diamond has been a great addition.
Well, I was curious because we hadn't been able to talk in the last couple. I mean, we talked on the phone or in the store,
Correct.
but I don't think the audience has had a chance to hear how that went because.
And I'm also glad to see that you dressed up for that. I just noticed you're wearing your Baltimore Orioles.
This is my finest Baltimore Orioles shirt that I have that I didn't wear this week already.
Very happy to see that. Yes.
You came in a Blue Jackets coat, so I don't really know how you're going to throw shade at me, but I'm going to let it happen. You're wearing a suit for work. This is I technically am not wearing work clothes. But
a beautiful suit made by my son Ethan.
That's true.
Just throw a little plug for
Give
Ethan.
him a little plug because he might be watching if he's awake.
Yeah, he is. He's actually my store doing stuff right now.
Oh,
so.
While we're throwing him a cheap plug, I think you should extend that plug like the people that he's worked with.
He's worked with some big boys. He's actually heading to Los Angeles, I believe, next week to do more work with Jamie and several other folks. I'm not sure who, but I do know he's got a night out on the town planned with, I wish I knew the guy's name, but he is Snoop Dogg's right-hand man who does all the recordings and all that stuff with Snoop. And he does clothes for him, and they're all, I guess, going out.
So we'll never hear from him again.
So that should be a fun venture for him, yes.
R.I.P. But getting back
to jewelry.
Yeah, back to jewelry. So I wanted to kind of recap. So what did you see? Did you see a lot more engagement rings this time of year than normal?
No, the usual, which is a big part of our Christmas sales is engagement rings, yes. So, yeah, I think it was about the usual amount, nothing more, not less, pretty much the same exact thing, which was great. Because that makes up a big part of Christmas sales. And surprisingly, Pandora is still doing very strong.
I see a lot of ads for Pandora, but it's kind of marginalized. But where you guys have the built-in
boutique, yes.
Yeah,
the Pandora boutique. We're still extremely busy in the Pandora jewelry.
Who buys the majority of it? Would it be men are buying it as a gift?
No,
I see a lot of women that come in.
It is both. Yeah, a lot of women still come in. It's a great gift. Where else can you get a high-quality item that pretty much, as long as they have a bracelet, the woman, you know she's going to like what you're giving her.
Right.
And you can get it anywhere from $25 and up.
Well, it takes the thought out of it because, if they have kids, it's the initial or it's the birthstone or that kind of thing.
It's so easy for the guys to come in or a woman to buy for their sister or best friend or mom or whoever.
The boutique, when it was first built, I remember there were guys just lined up because they knew that catalog kind of explained exactly what you could get. So you could just say,
I want this, and this. And they know their lady's happy and everybody's good.
So when you're looking at it, I don't want to hammer on Christmas too much, but what I wanted to point out was how busy you guys are that last 8 days. I mean, you're on your feet. The whole team is operating on, it's 12, 13-hour days, right? Because
it's a long day.
You're not booting anybody out.
No. They'll stay. We stay as long as the customers want to stay. So, not a problem with that at all. That's for sure.
So you were happy. Everyone was happy with how Christmas went.
Yes. Christmas went well.
Good. Well, let's talk about right now, because we're kind of we're after New Year's, but before Valentine's Day. What are you seeing? I
see a lot of what's going to be going on now. I see a lot of engagement rings because a lot of people want to get engaged around Valentine's Day.
But didn't you say, maybe Scott said this, that you should not get engaged?
That was Scott, yes.
Yeah. Because you end up regretting that you did it on that day.
On that day, correct. But, they might not necessarily do it that day, but they might do it a day or two before or a day after or, something to that effect. I have a lot of folks that go away on vacation now that don't go away like Christmas time and take a week off, and a lot of people I noticed are planning on getting engaged over the next month on their cruise or going to a Caribbean trip or to Florida, and are looking for a ring for then as well. So this is a big engagement time.
Mainly in January, though, right? Because you're leading up to it, because you've got to get it sized for the most part.
Yes, sometimes it'll take, if we got to order the ring, then that's something that we're going to have to do and get it prepared and get it made so that it's ready to go for whenever they want it.
And you better know that ring size.
And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And you better know that ring size. And
Right.
It helps,
Scott did give those little tips and tricks to find out somebody's ring size, but
it does help to be able to do that.
Is there an average, if somebody was just trying to guess, is there kind of an average that you guys go by, or is it you really have to have the person there?
No, you can't guess at that. Ring size, I mean, I've got rings on little, short, skinny girls that might have a size 8 finger, and the average is a 7, which you would never guess, or
so
vice versa. So
you some kind of mutant.
You never know.
Right.
So yeah, it helps just because of the style of rings out there today that all have those real little diamonds all over the ring, and when you try to size them and bend it up or back, it can cause a problem with keeping those little stones in the ring.
It kind of takes the surprise out of it, though, doesn't it? If I'm going to bring the person with me, I guess.
No. The way they do it, today's way to buy a engagement ring is the young lady that's getting the ring. I mean, eventually they know they're going to get engaged somewhere along the way, so they go to Meyers Jewelers. They come in, they look around, they pick rings they like. They get a choice of maybe their 3 favorites. And if they came in with girlfriends, they'll have it written down, and they go home and bring it to the guy, or a lot will come in with the guy to get the ideas. And then the guy comes back. And that's pretty much how you do it. And while they're in the store, they get their finger size. So we write it down on the card, so they have the ring size.
So somebody could come in and say, my girlfriend, Lindsay Smith, came in here. You guys already had it written down. So you kind of got a file on what they want.
We can do that. We can put it in our system, or we'll put it on a card. She hands it to the guy. It's all sitting on the card as well. Although a lot of the guys lose the cards. So
they're not that responsible. They just have to pay for it.
The way it is.
Well, I remember you and I had a conversation about 4 years ago when that I think it was called Girls Night Out. Do you remember that spot, the commercial?
Oh, yeah, the commercial with Girls Night Out.
And you said, what do you think? And I said, there's no way 4 or 5 girls are going to go to a store to look at a ring. And then within a week, I'm at the store, and there was a whole gaggle of girls staying. I thought they were each looking for themselves. They were just looking for one person.
That's the way it works.
That's a newer thing, though, right? I mean, in the past,
it wasn't like that when I first started, that's for sure.
But it was
the guy would come in by himself, or, one other person maybe, and he just gets the ring that he thinks she's going to like. And probably most of the time she didn't, but pretended like she did.
She was so happy, and then she's like, for an anniversary. That's why you have that trade up, right? Or that anniversary ring.
Down the road, they always switch it around. But, today it's a little different. The guy definitely knows the type of ring that the lady is wanting, and way more times than not, she gets the ring she wants.
I remember when I got married, because Scott handled my transaction, and I remember I had so many pictures. This is before pictures on your phone. Like, I could take it in and say, this is what I'm looking for.
Right.
And he could find it. He could find the mount and the stone and
Correct.
all that. Which you guys can still do that, but now it's probably easier. Someone has a picture on their phone.
Oh, Lordy, on the phone. Tons of pictures. Pinterest, Snapchat, all sorts of different things with all the pictures of the rings they want. So, yeah, very easy to get that figured out.
Is that your favorite part, though, is like putting it together?
I love selling a diamond. That is my favorite thing to do. When someone comes in and doesn't know anything about diamonds, and I get to teach them about it and explain the whole process start to finish. I honestly and truly, this is not just lip talk. I love doing that.
No, I've honestly
as many times as I've done it since I've been literally probably 18 years old, and I'm almost 58. I still love doing it.
That is the one thing I will say is anybody that goes in the store, you never discuss the price point or if you put it in this amount. You do walk them through and give them an education, which I think it's very unique, because if I went to a box store, someone's trying to figure out what your price range is. I've never heard you say that right off the bat. I've seen you walk them through, and then you go to Hearts on Fire, the different product lines.
Yes.
But you always start with the educational part.
Teach them all about the diamond is, that's the number one thing.
Where'd you get that from, though? From Meyer?
Yeah. He always liked somebody to know about the diamond and build a rapport with your customer, because my father was very strong on customer service, building a relationship. As you know, your family goes way back, dealing with my father.
And I told him the story of how the sign came about and the name.
Yep.
They had no idea. They thought that was the coolest thing, but they used to go to the store on South High.
Yep.
And, I mean, my grandmother, my aunt, my uncle, my parents, even my sister. So you have generations of people, but they all knew him. But they went because they knew him. There was no pressure. It was, I'm going to tell you what it is you're looking at and why you should get it, but also the different quality types. Like, you're paying more for this, for these inclusions and that kind of thing. But it was really fascinating because I don't know that you've ever sat down and said, this is why I do it. It just seems instinctive, like you want to educate somebody.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it. And we're not a commission store. So whether they buy an engagement ring for $500 or one for $20,000, we're not making commission. So the salespeople are not trying to push you to spend more.
Right.
Like a lot of stores that are commission-based will. So that's a nice feature that we do as well.
We have gone almost 16 minutes, so we need to take a break. You are listening to the Meyers Jewelers Radio Show, and we'll be right back. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get into trends like towards Valentine's Day. So I want you to plug to Corey, Bright Crystal Diamond.
And we're doing a Levion show February 6th. So we'll mention that.
Okay. One day only, right?
One day. Only one.
Is it set up like the trunk sale, or is it whatever's in the
they
case?
bring in everything. They bring in lots. I think they bring maybe $2 million worth of Levion jewelry.
We're going to say $2 million worth.
They bring a lot in.
Okay.
You think you have time to do a quick reset when you say welcome back to the Meyers Jewelers Radio Show? Hey, we're looking, by the way, for a new name for the show.
Yeah. Hit that.
Do a quick reset. Hit that real quick.
I can't wait to see the stupid ass names that are going to be popping up right there on Facebook.
I hope.
I'm waiting for Justin or Ethan or somebody else to say something horrible like they did the first show.
Let's hope
there we go. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead and reset us.
Here we go.
Okay, welcome back to the Meyers Jewelers Radio Show. But that might not be the name anymore. So don't forget, if anybody out there is listening, hopefully there's a couple.
Yeah. Both of you
send us,
listening.
Yeah, both you people out there, send us your suggestion. That's a good word for a new name for the Meyers Jewelers Radio Show.
And you'll get credit, but also a
$100 gift card if we hear one we like and pick it.
That's a decent amount of Pandora if you get that gift card.
Yeah, or a down payment on a Breitling watch or something like that.
Well, since you're bringing up Breitling watch, I want to talk about trends for 2018. I know that styles change, but jewelry kind of stays somewhat consistent, right? So if we're looking at 2018 towards Valentine's Day, I know that there are certain things that in the store that you see you're getting a run on, whether it be Levion to Corey. It's not just because you have it. You see that if you look at magazines, People Magazine, Us Magazine, you see a lot of these stars wearing it. It's kind of highlighted what they're wearing.
Well, one of the trends that has started, the way it works for jewelry, and I think it's for everything, usually it all starts on both coasts, east and west, and then slowly works its way to the middle of the country, which is where we are. So we generally jump in last, and we're also one of the last to get rid of it. So,
so we hang on like a bell.
So we hang on a little longer than the coast do because they're already on something else when we're still doing what was hot for them before.
Right.
So what has been very popular, and I haven't seen it huge here yet, but it has slowly started, and Levion is big with it, is rose gold jewelry. So jewelry in the rose color, not white, not yellow, but rose or pink.
Do you mean the actual stone?
The gold. No, gold.
Oh, okay.
Rose-colored gold, pink gold. That has been a trend on the east and west coast, and Levion is very strong with that. And majority, they have a larger selection of jewelry, and we do in our store as well, that's in that color gold, in the rose-colored gold versus white or yellow for Levion.
Well, they're the ones that also have the chocolate diamond, right? Weren't they?
Correct. They have the chocolate diamond, and they call it strawberry gold, not rose or pink gold. So the strawberry gold blends really pretty with the chocolate and white diamond combo. For whatever reason, the coloring just works great. So we have, for the last several years before Valentine's Day, we have a Levion trunk show in our store, and this year it is February 6th, and which is a great time right before Valentine's Day.
Right.
So anybody that likes Levion or thinks they might like Levion, it doesn't have to be the chocolate diamonds. They're famous also for beautiful colored stones, gemstones. They put things together with the top quality gemstones. They'll make something with a stone called Paraiba tourmaline, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous stone that actually has copper in the stone. And when you look deep into the stone, you can see the look of copper in it.
Does it give off like kind of a hue from copper?
Yeah, exactly. Very rare stone. It's a very expensive stone, but it's something that, they do. And, they do all the other gemstones, garnet, blue topaz, sapphire, iolite. They do lots of different colors. But everything they pick is the top of the line. Before they started their own company, going back 100 years, the Levion family, it's still a family-owned business, was the guardians of the royal family's jewels. So they would be in charge of the royal family's gemstones. And that was where they were one of the most famous jewelry people all through Europe. And then they decided to go into their own, and they built a heck of a business. Because most people know the Levion name and associate it with the chocolate diamonds.
Yeah, they're very aggressive to let you know they're out there. I mean, it's really quality stuff when you see it. Because in the beginning, I remember you telling me you had that chocolate diamond, and I thought, why are we going to tell anybody? Because I couldn't perceive what it looked like until you're actually in front of the case.
Right, looking at it. Yeah, there's other chocolate diamonds out there. They're called brown diamonds, but they don't have the brilliance and sparkle that the Levions do. Levion has, hands down, they mine the top quality. They grade them. It's not like regular diamonds where they go D, E, F color. They have a C1 grade, which if you look it up is the top grade for a chocolate diamond. So Levion uses the absolute best grade of chocolate diamonds you can find.
And on the 6th, you'll have, over $2 million worth of inventory there?
There will be over $2 million of inventory. They also bring in red carpet pieces, as they call it, that they loan out to the celebrities to wear during all the Golden Globes and the Oscars and those type of shows. So
it'll be some of the same pieces you've
very
seen
unique, yes. Very unique pieces that are up for sale. We've had some people have bought them.
And you have the one-of-a-kind pieces, too. So when they're gone, they're gone.
Correct. They're very good with that as well.
Well, we only have a couple of minutes left, but I wanted to say, outside of that, people still have to be looking at engagement rings, but also Valentine's Day is coming up. So even if they're not doing it, there's a multitude of choices out there.
Yeah, we have the gold roses.
Oh, that was another thing I was going to ask. Still gold roses.
We still sell the gold roses. Oh, God, I bet it goes back 25 years.
It's got to be.
And the great story on how we did this. Some guy comes into the store. I was over there in Great Southern Shopping Center. My father was out of town, and my brother was working our other store. And some guy comes in and starts talking to me and goes, "We sell gold roses." And I go, "Well, what are the gold roses?" And he starts describing to me. He goes, "Come with me and take a look." So he goes, takes me out to the trunk of his car, opens up his trunk, and there's these roses sitting there. And I go, "Wow, those are kind of cool. That's a great idea." You get this beautiful real rose, encase it in like a lacquer type of material, and then where the petals and the stem is, you encase it in 24 karat gold. And you can sell it for, I think we sell them for $69.95. And I go, that's a great idea. So I bought like 20 of them, and I called my dad and told him, and he and my brother both said at the same exact time that I'm crazy. And that what was I drinking or what was going on? How could you go buy these gold roses in the back of some dude's trunk of his car and think they're going to sell? And 25 years later, I think that year, we sold over 1,000 of them. And we just started promoting it a little bit, and people went crazy for them. And we still have people come in, collect every color, and it is a great Valentine's Day gift.
You had told me a long time ago that we didn't need to tell anyone we had them because they sell out.
Yes,
and I remember
we always sell out.
There are none. There are none by the time it hits, the 12th of February.
A lot of times we'll be calling them up to overnight us boxes of them more because we're out of them. And the shipping costs more than the the roses cost to get them there.
Well, that's it for today. I'm glad we ended on Gold Rose. I almost forgot to get that in there. Well, why don't you send us off for the week?
Well, everybody, don't forget to get your suggestions for the new name and
experience.
No, I know. I was going to say something.
I didn't know if you knew that part.
No, I remember it. But all right, so we're going to sign off and say experience Meyers Jewelers.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say something in tradition of, but I totally forgot.